up, y'all? It's J. Calderon, Stand Clear Entertainment, and we're about to get into this week's boxing talk. This Saturday, May 27th, it's the much-anticipated welterweight showdown between IBF welterweight champion Kell, the special one Brook, versus Errol, the truth, Spence Jr. This is a fight where a lot of boxing fans are really talking about this fight going down this weekend because of Errol Spence Jr. This man, we've heard the rumors, we've heard the stories about him in his sparring sessions against Floyd Mayweather, against Adrian Broner, against the Charlo brothers. This guy is one of the best fighters out there. He held his own in sparring sessions, and he was an outstanding Olympian, now a professional with 21 fights. The biggest name on his resume is Chris Algieri, and he annihilated Algieri in just 5 rounds, something that Manny Pacquiao, Ruslan Povoknikov, and also Amir Khan could not do. And the way Spence has been looking against his opponents is just absolutely amazing. This kid is a young southpaw, very hungry right now. He traveled over to the UK 2 weeks in advance just to get adjusted to the time zone and get ready for this fight, because he's taking this fight very seriously. He's getting a lot of good work. This guy is looking like a beast right now. Great shape. He has excellent hand speed. He has very good punching power, and he is an extraordinary body puncher. He kills you to the body. This guy puts a lot of pressure, fights at a very fast pace, and Errol Spence is looking like a guy that could possibly win this fight this weekend. He is the favorite of the boxing fans, but I gotta tell you, Kell Brooks is no pushover. I know there's some questions about him going up to middleweight to face Triple G and now coming back down to the welterweight division. Let's hope coming back down to 147 doesn't really affect him and his physical strength on fight night. We want him to be strong. We want him to be at his best at the welterweight division and really put on a show, because I've been a big fan of Kell Brook. For over 7 years, I've watched this man come up before he even came to the United States to make a name for himself. This guy is a big welterweight. He's very strong at 147 pounds, an excellent jab. He knows how to box. He has the experience, and he is a very good puncher. He has that sneaky uppercut, and he has that perfectly timed 1-2 punch with that right hand that he likes to call the chocolate brownie. It's a very good punch, and against a southpaw, we know that the right hand is the equalizer in those type of fights against southpaw fighters. And I look to Kell Brooks putting on a good performance. We know the type of heart that he's had, and we saw when he moved up into the middleweight division against the bigger man, Triple G, he got hurt to the body in the first round, but we saw him bounce back in the second round and put on a very good combination display against Triple G. He definitely got Triple G's attention with those punches, but he was up against a bigger man that was able to absorb those punches. And when Triple G was able to dish out his own punishment, we saw that Kell Brook, he was hurt. He was up against a rope. His orbital bone was broken. He didn't go down. He didn't get knocked out. He showed a strong chin. And we know Kell Brook has a very good chin. And I don't think he's going to get knocked out.
This is what it's all about.
Let's get it on.
You don't give a what, we don't give a what.
Bring whoever you want to bring on. I'm ready.
You made a big mistake, boy.
My slogan is man down. Kell Brook know what time it is.
Wouldn't be surprised if Kell Brook wins this fight in his backyard of Sheffield, England. There's going to be over 30,000 fans in attendance. It's going to be a great atmosphere, a big fight atmosphere, and Kell Brook is living off this energy right now. He's looking in tremendous shape, and he's ready for this big fight. Like I said, he's been on this big stage before. The 2 fights that he has on his resume between Sean Porter and Triple G are bigger than anybody that Errol Spence has ever faced in his entire career. So you got to put that into a factor, that Kell Brook has been in this position before, and he knows how to be hungry. He knows how to fight. He has that heart of a true champion. He's not going to just lay down for Errol Spence. It's going to be a dogfight. It's going to be better than Keith Thurman versus Danny Garcia. I guarantee it. Somebody is going to go down, and somebody is going to get hurt. The question is, can Errol Spence deal with that right hand punch? Will he get caught with one of those sneaky uppercuts? We've never seen Errol Spence down in a fight or truly hurt to face adversity.
Huge fight. I think the best fight in the welterweight division.
It's a dangerous, dangerous challenge for Kell Brook.
He brings with him 21 wins, 18 knockouts. And in America, they believe he's the next big thing.
This is what we want to see from Errol Spence. Can he overcome any obstacles that Kell Brook puts in front of him? Can he rise to the occasion? A lot of people feel he can, but this is his moment to prove himself and snatch that title and bring it back to the United States. And I can't wait. Like I said, it's a very close fight. I lean towards Errol Spence because he is the fresher of the two. You know, he's not coming off a loss. He's very hungry. And I believe that he can pull out a victory this weekend. But I'm a Kell Brook fan, and I'm going to ride with my guy, the special one. I believe Kell Brook has something still left in the tank. I believe that he has a chance to win this fight if he could box and impose his will and somehow hurt Errol Spence. We're going to see if Errol Spence could bounce back in this fight. But I see this fight going 12 rounds. And if it goes down to a 12-round decision, I'm going to lead with the hometown guy, and that's Kell Brook, winning by a very close split decision victory. I know a lot of fans in the United States are going to call robbery if Kell Brook gets the decision in his backyard, but you got to really beat the champion and take the title away from the champ, and that's what Errol Spence is going to have to do. He's going to have to go in there and destroy Kell Brook the way he's been destroying everybody else. Both guys are very good boxers. Both guys are very good punchers. It's going to be one hell of a fight, and I can't wait. Now, moving along to some of the fights that took place this weekend. There was a lot of boxing, but we're only going to touch on a couple of fights that were really key that we were looking forward to. First, we saw IBF junior lightweight champion, undefeated, young 22-year-old Gervonta Tank Davis go to the United Kingdom and take on his mandatory undefeated challenger in Liam Wash. This was a very, very easy fight. He blew out Liam Wash in just 3 rounds in spectacular fashion, just went in there and took care of business, looking very strong physically, bullying this man in a very early night. And we got to tip your hats off to Tank Davis for making his first title defense overseas. He didn't have to do that. He went over there, he made a statement, something like Errol Spence is going to want to do this weekend. But Gervonta Tank Davis is definitely a serious player at 130 pounds. I know a lot of fans are calling for Lomachenko. Let's put on the brakes right now because this young fighter is still in the development stage. I know that he's a champion, but one thing these boxing fans have to realize, when you have a very good manager, a very good promoter, a powerful person in your camp that's going to put you in the right opportunities, you're going to get better opportunities than a guy that has worked his way, blood, sweat, and tears to get to that moment. I'm not saying Gervonta Davis didn't earn his shot, but he got his shot a lot quicker than other fighters that put that work in. Gervonta Davis, he looked spectacular in his last fight, winning the world title against Jose Pedraza. This time, he looked really good as well, and he's looking for bigger and better things. I say, why not the other top guys at 130 pounds? Let's forget about Lomachenko. Lomachenko is looking to move up to lightweight to challenge himself in that division right there. Or he's looking for a possible rematch against the man, the only man that ever beat him, and that's Orlando Salido. So why not have Gervonta Davis fight guys like Francisco Vargas? That's a good matchup. The other fighter from Panama, which is Corrales, who's fighting very soon, he holds the WBA title as well. And then you have the WBC champ, which is Miguel Bachel, and that's an excellent fight right there for him in that weight class. I say go after those guys, make a statement. I know Trevor Farmer, he wants Gervonta Davis. He just came off a victory win. I was there in Washington, D.C. when these guys went face-to-face and they were going at each other. They really want to fight each other. Possibly Floyd Mayweather can make that fight next. But this young man still has a lot of potential of growth, and he is a very excellent fighter, and I tip my hats off for the victory win. Now, over to HBO. It was the big event of the evening. It was Terrence "Bud" Crawford defending his WBC and WBO unified junior welterweight titles at 140 pounds against Olympic gold medalist from the Dominican Republic, Felix Diaz Jr. This was a fight which I knew that Terrence Crawford would win and win by stoppage victory. Felix Diaz was the guy that tried his best. He tried to bully the bigger man, but Terrence Crawford looked sharp. It was a one-sided fight. We saw Crawford in control, using his jab, using his quickness, just basically embarrassing Felix Diaz Jr. Even though Felix Diaz Jr. put a better performance than Julio Cesar Chavez did, because he actually came to fight and he tried his best. He landed a few shots here and there, but it was to no effect to Terrence Crawford. Crawford boxed beautifully. He fought a very good inside game fight. He fought from the outside. He just looked superb in this fight in a dominant performance. After the fight was stopped by the corner, rightfully so, because this man was taking a very big punishment in this fight and there was no need to go on. Terrence Crawford called out Julius Ndongo, who was sitting ringside, for a title unification for all 4 belts. And I believe that's the fight that Bob Arum is really trying to make right now for this summer. He said he's going to return and possibly fight Julius Ndongo. That's a very good, intriguing matchup. Ndongo is undefeated, coming off of 2 back-to-back wins. I look forward to that fight, and I look forward to Terrence Crawford putting on another great performance. He called out Manny Pacquiao. He wants Manny Pacquiao. That's the biggest fight out there for him because of the money factor, the pay-per-view factor, and also profile against a legendary fighter that holds a title. That will be a great introduction into the welterweight division for Terrence Crawford to move up to 147 and take on the Pac-Man, a crossroad fight that if he could beat Manny Pacquiao, he will become a superstar and edge closer to that pound-for-pound #1 spot, because he's getting close. He's in the top 5. Definitely. He also called out Keith "One-Time" Thurman. That's a fight that the fans would love to see Terrence Crawford move up to 147-pound weight division and take on the unified champion. But that's a fight that's not possible right now. Keith Thurman is injured and he's recovering. He'll probably be out for the rest of 2017, so we won't be seeing that fight until later on next year. I say take care of business in the junior welterweight division, move up, take on Manny Pacquiao for the big superstar fight, and then take on a guy like Keith Thurman at the end of 2018. But that's my take on the fights that took place this past weekend, and also on my fight predictions for this weekend on Showtime, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Brook versus Spence. I can't wait. I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in to my YouTube channel, J. Calderon Boxing Talk. Please hit that little red subscribe button. Put your email information in so you get all my notifications once I drop a new video. Also, follow me on Instagram and follow me on Twitter at J. Calderon Boxing. Join the Facebook boxing group page, J. Calderon Boxing Talk. I'm J. Calderon, Stand Clear Entertainment. Thank you for your support. Keep watching. Please subscribe.